Good morning. Today we're taking a closer look at a sobering reality that affects every corner of Louisiana, from its bustling cities to its quiet rural towns. Recently, Louisiana was ranked 50th, dead last, in the latest U.S. News and World Report Best States rankings. This isn't just a headline or a statistic to glance over, it's a wake-up call that demands our attention and understanding. This ranking isn't just a number on a list. It represents the daily challenges and hardships faced by millions of Louisianans, families trying to make ends meet, workers striving for better jobs, and communities hoping for safer streets and brighter futures. The U.S. News and World Report ranking is based on more than 70 different metrics. These include critical factors like job growth, access to quality healthcare, crime rates, education, infrastructure, and the overall quality of life. Each of these areas paints a picture of how well or how poorly a state is serving its people. Year after year, Louisiana finds itself at the bottom of these rankings. This isn't a new problem, nor is it one that can be blamed on a single administration or political party. Instead, it points to deep, long-standing issues that have persisted for generations, rooted in the state's history, economy, and social fabric. It's important to remember that this isn't about pointing fingers or assigning blame. It's about facing the facts head-on, acknowledging the challenges, and coming together as a community to find real, lasting solutions. In nearly every key category, whether it's the economy, public safety, education, or infrastructure, Louisiana consistently lags behind the rest of the nation. These aren't abstract issues. They impact the lives of real people every single day. For families living in New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Shreveport, and beyond, these numbers translate into real-life struggles, like underfunded schools, limited job opportunities, and concerns about safety and health. Being ranked last means Louisiana faces more obstacles than any other state when it comes to providing opportunity, security, and hope for its residents. It means more people are out of work, more families are struggling to put food on the table, and more businesses are fighting just to survive. Throughout this video, we'll break down the reasons behind these numbers, exploring the root causes and the impact they have on everyday life. We'll also look at what's being done and what still needs to be done to turn things around. Because understanding the problem is the first step toward building a better future for Louisiana. By shining a light on these challenges, we can start the conversation about real change and work together to create a state where everyone has the chance to thrive. Let's start with the economy. Louisiana ranks 50th, making it one of the most economically challenged states in the nation. This ranking isn't just a number, it's a reflection of the daily struggles faced by millions of residents. The roots of these challenges run deep, shaped by decades of economic shifts, natural disasters, and policy decisions that have left lasting scars. High poverty is a major issue. About 1 in 5 residents lives below the poverty line, and many rely on federal food assistance just to get by. For countless families, food banks and government programs are lifelines, helping them put meals on the table when paychecks fall short. The cycle of poverty is hard to break, especially when opportunities are limited. The average work week here is the longest in the nation, with many people juggling multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Yet, despite their hard work, incomes remain low, with average disposable income just over $15,000. This means that after paying for essentials like housing, food, and transportation, there's little left over. This leaves families with little to save or invest in their future. Many parents worry about how they'll afford their children's education or unexpected medical bills. The stress of living paycheck to paycheck is a daily reality for thousands across the state. Small businesses struggle to survive, and young people face limited job opportunities, often feeling forced to leave their hometowns in search of better prospects elsewhere. This brain drain makes it even harder for communities to rebuild and thrive. The state is trying to turn things around, strengthening film industry tax credits, reforming insurance policies, and working to attract new businesses. These efforts are steps in the right direction, aiming to create jobs and spark growth in key sectors. But decades of economic headwinds, from the decline of traditional industries to the impact of hurricanes and floods, make progress slow and difficult. Many communities are still recovering from setbacks that happened years ago. Rebuilding the economy requires sustained effort, creative solutions, and a clear vision for the future. It's a challenge that demands collaboration between government, business leaders, and everyday citizens. The challenges are real, but so is the potential for change. Louisiana's people are resilient, and their determination to build a better future is stronger than ever. Economic recovery is possible, but it will take time, commitment, and the belief that together, Louisiana can rise above its struggles and create new opportunities for generations to come. Safety is fundamental, but Louisiana ranks last in crime and corrections. The state faces some of the highest violent and property crime rates in the country. Louisiana also has one of the world's highest incarceration rates, reflecting deep cycles of poverty and limited opportunity. Overcrowded, underfunded prisons struggle to rehabilitate, making reoffending common. High staff turnover in child welfare makes protecting vulnerable children even harder. This crisis drives families and businesses away, weakening the economy further. Real change means investing in prevention, education, and rehabilitation, not just tougher laws. Safer communities are possible, but it takes a comprehensive approach. Breaking the cycle of crime is essential for Louisiana's future. Louisiana's natural beauty is legendary, with its winding bayous, lush wetlands, and vibrant wildlife. From the cypress trees draped in Spanish moss to the tranquil waters reflecting the sky, the state's landscapes are a source of pride and wonder for residents and visitors alike. But beneath this breathtaking scenery lies a troubling reality. Louisiana hides a severe environmental crisis. The state is ranked 50th for environment, a stark reminder that its natural beauty is under threat from pollution and industrial development. Toxic pollution from chemical plants and refineries has become a daily reality for many communities. The air and water are often contaminated, putting public health at risk. Decades of petrochemical industry, especially in the infamous Cancer Alley along the Mississippi River, have left a legacy of environmental injustice. Here, low-income and minority communities bear the brunt of pollution, facing higher rates of cancer and respiratory illness. Many families live in the shadow of smokestacks, with children growing up surrounded by environmental hazards. Access to clean air and water is not guaranteed, and healthcare facilities are often stretched thin. The consequences are clear: contaminated air and water, and a population struggling with preventable illnesses. Meanwhile, Louisiana's coastline is vanishing at an alarming rate, losing a football field of land every 100 minutes. This crisis is driven by rising sea levels, land subsidence, and decades of oil and gas exploration. Disappearing wetlands mean less natural protection from hurricanes and storm surges. These marshes once acted as a buffer, but now, communities are left more exposed to the forces of nature. With each major storm, the damage grows worse, and the risk to families and homes increases. Coastal erosion threatens not just the land, but the very way of life for generations of Louisianans. The oil and gas industry remains a major employer, providing thousands of jobs and supporting local economies. But the environmental costs are mounting, and the balance between economic growth and environmental health is more precarious than ever. Communities are calling for change. Stronger regulations, large-scale coastal restoration, and a shift toward cleaner energy sources are urgently needed to protect both people and the environment. The choices made today will echo for generations. Louisiana stands at a crossroads. Protecting its people, culture, and landscapes can't wait. The future of this unique state depends on action now. Healthcare is another major challenge. Louisiana ranks 45th. Many residents struggle to access doctors, especially in rural areas, and costs remain high for the uninsured. Chronic diseases like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease are widespread, leading to lower life expectancy. Child well-being is especially concerning, with high rates of poverty and at-risk youth. These health issues are tied to poverty, education, and pollution, a complex web that's hard to untangle. Medicaid expansion helped, but deep infrastructure problems persist. Improving health means addressing social and economic factors, not just medical care. A healthier Louisiana starts with investing in people from birth. Education is the key to opportunity, but Louisiana ranks 42nd. Many families lack access to quality early childhood programs, putting kids behind before kindergarten. Underfunded schools, low teacher pay, and high turnover make it hard to attract and keep great educators. Students score below average on national tests, and while graduation rates are rising, college and career readiness is still a concern. Higher education faces budget cuts and even scams targeting financial aid. Despite these challenges, there's a strong push to reform curriculum, raise teacher pay, and expand early learning. A better educated workforce is essential for economic growth. Investing in education is a long-term strategy, but it's crucial for the state's future. Progress is possible with commitment and resources. Louisiana's children deserve better. Infrastructure is the backbone of any economy, but Louisiana ranks 42nd. Roads and bridges are crumbling with a massive backlog of repairs and underinvestment. Poor road conditions cost drivers and create safety hazards. Many rural areas lack reliable, affordable, high-speed internet, widening the digital divide. The power grid is vulnerable to hurricanes, leaving millions without electricity after storms. Ports and coastal infrastructure need constant reinforcement against flooding and climate change. Investing in resilient infrastructure is about survival, not just convenience. Modernizing roads, internet, and utilities is essential for growth. Louisiana's future depends on building stronger, smarter systems. Louisiana's struggles aren't unique. Neighboring states like Mississippi and Arkansas face similar challenges. The Deep South shares a history of poverty, underinvestment, and racial inequality. These issues are regional, rooted in generations of economic and social patterns. Public investment in education, health, and infrastructure has lagged behind the rest of the country. Louisiana stands out for being last in nearly every category, with no high-ranking bright spots. Learning from what works in neighboring states could help. Regional collaboration and new ideas are needed to break the cycle. Change is possible, but it requires bold action. After all these challenges, it's easy to feel discouraged. But Louisiana's story is one of resilience, surviving hurricanes, economic downturns, and more. The #50 ranking is a wake-up call that can't be ignored. Real change starts with honest acknowledgement and a shared commitment to long-term solutions. There are signs of hope efforts to attract new industries, reform insurance, and raise teacher pay. The key is to ensure progress benefits everyone, not just a few. Tackling poverty, investing in children, and building a stronger economy are essential. Louisiana's greatest asset is its people and culture. With courage and vision, the state can rise from the bottom. The path is hard, but a better future is possible if everyone works together.